Hi, people. Honestly, I'm totally speechless because this book attracted me, but I never expected to love it as much as I did. I'm talking about All My Rage by Sabaa Tahir, and I have to say, this is a very raw, powerful book that the only thing I can say is that every time that I did turn a page, I fell more and more in love with everything that Sabaa is talking about in this book. First of all, I know this book wasn't written for me. It was written by people who don't look like me, for people who are not white, and for people who are immigrants. And I love that we have books like that written by own voices authors because, well, tons of reasons actually. When I was a kid, I never realized that while I was seeing myself in Disney movies, there were a bunch of kids who never saw themselves in that movies because the princesses were always white. Maybe they had blue eyes or green eyes, but they were always white. And I never realized when I read books that it was also all about white people and white supremacy. So recently, like 2-3 years ago, maybe 4, I don't remember exactly, I began reading Own Voices books. And I have to say that for me has been like a very rewarding experience because it has helped me better understand other people. It has helped me expand my own mind, making me more open-minded, learning lots of things that I didn't know about how the world treats other people and how harder other people who are not white have to prove themselves. And also it has been very rewarding because I have learned lots of things about different cultures, traditions, ways of seeing the world. And yeah, it also it's very enriching in the way that they offer me new legends, new lores, new creatures, new everything when we're talking about fantasy or whatever. And it's for me like this unique point of view that I love. And also, as I say, for me, they have taught me lots of things. And this book, it's no exception. I mean, if anything, it helps you to be more emphatic. I don't know how to pronounce that now. Okay, and you know it opens your mind to understand how other people might see the world or the experiences they have on it, and it makes you like if you want to cross the bridge and help people out and understand them and hearing them and amplifying their voices and all of that. And I have to say that I completely love this. This being said, this book, I felt it very deeply because there's lots of things in there that I could relate at a personal level, like Sal's struggles and everything. And it's like a very powerful book. What we are going to find here is going to be spoiler-free, what I'm going to say. We are going to find these two kids. We have the guy who's called Sal and the girl who's called Noor. Both of them are immigrants. They have come to America. They are trying to live the dream in different ways. Sal comes from a family. They immigrated and they created this motel. It seems like it's his mother's dream, and it's costing her life because she's working so hard. It seems like she has some kind of illness, and she doesn't take the time to get better. She puts herself into her work, into raising her kid, into taking care of her husband who suffers from alcoholism. So Sal comes from this home in which he has seen like his father drunking himself to a stupor and her mother overworking herself to the point of no return. So when it's his turn to try to make ends meet, he's going to, to find himself without any kind of support, when you have an adult person telling you or guiding you or even embracing you and saying it's okay to cry or, to lose your shit, whatever. He's not going to have that, and he's going to be put in a place in which he is going to have to take the reins of the situation, grow up very quickly, and take some decisions that maybe are not perfect, but they are the best solutions that came to his mind when the shit hit the fan, so to speak. And also we have Noor. Noor, it's an amazing character. I love her so much. And the love that I felt for these two characters keep on progressing when you keep on turning pages. But more on that later. Noor is this character, this girl that she studies very hard. She wants to go to college, but she wants to escape the place where she has been raised, Juniper. But her uncle doesn't want her to go to college because he sacrificed everything for her. So there's this thing that Noor repeats to herself over and over again about how there was this disaster back at home, and her uncle saved her and gave her this second chance, and it's okay. Everything that's going on is okay because she is here because of him. And I love how we go from that narrative to the point in which she begins to think that it's okay, yeah, he saved her, yeah, but maybe she should have some choice into what she wants to go do with her future, whether she wants to go to college or not, or, and finding her own person in the middle of all of this. And things are more complicated than what I'm saying, but there's lots of things that you're going to discover as you keep on reading, so I don't want to make any kind of a spoiler. So yeah, that's why I'm describing the characters like just very briefly. I have to say that I love those characters. I can understand the rage, the feelings that are bubbling inside of them. Sabaa has created two characters that are very relatable in the way in which they are not perfect. They're human. And I love how human they are and how amazingly well-rounded, well-crafted they are. I mean, you can't even believe that you're sitting with them, that they are real people and they are telling you their story and that you're listening and that they are your friends and that you understand all the shit they're going through, and it's amazing. This book is going to be narrated by 3 people, by the way. We are going to have chapters narrated by Misbah. They're going to be redacted in cursive, and those chapters are going to be situated in the past. Misbah is Sal's mother, and I love her point of view. Maybe I'm talking from the age in which I am now, but I love that we have like this, not contradictory because it's not contradictory, but we have the point of view of the 2 young adolescents who are raging against the wall around them, who want to find their place, who want to know themselves and know the other person, who are craving for attention, for love and everything, and are in that moment in life in which they feel like screaming and, they're fed up with all the shit that has been thrown their way. And then we have this more calming, maybe center voice of Misbah. And I love that we have this dichotomy between like a person who's a bit older and, that offers this kind of a scope about the situation that everyone is going in. And I do love to have this kind of interludes in which we are going to learn more about Misbah. And those interludes are going to help us understand Sal better and other characters better. And I have to say that I love her so much. I love everyone in this book, actually. Then we are going to have chapters narrated by Sal and others by Noor. And I love that we have different points of views because then we can, get to know everyone even better. And it's quite a hard book. As I said, it was a very raw one. Here we have the trigger warnings, drug and alcohol addiction, physical abuse, Islamophobia, mentions of repressed sexual assault, tense exchange with law enforcement, and death. I have to say that there is one thing that I love about this book. It's that Saba's way of explaining it's very real. I mean, I did love that she did not mince her words related to alcoholism. I'm tired of sometimes when you're reading books, you have a person who is a very severe alcoholic. And then something happens, maybe her wife needs that person, or his husband, or the kids, or whatever, and this person sobers up like magically. It doesn't work like that. Actually, when someone is an alcoholic, Sabaa made an amazing portrait of that, because it's not as easy as I want to get sober and I get better. Sometimes they try, they struggle, they keep poking, they keep trembling because it's like it's an addiction. It's very hard to come clean, and then you have like 2 days in which it looks like the person is going to recover, and then they fall down again, and the spiral begins again. It's very hard to come clean or to quit alcohol sometimes. And I do love how realistic the portrayal here is. We have a father, he knows what's going on, but it's an addiction. He's trying to fight it. And also another thing that I did love about it, it's that obviously there is someone related to that person who is very fed up, it's very angry, wants things to get better, wants to get taken care of, and that character is mad about the thing that's going on. But I do love that there's another character that says that he cannot judge that person, because maybe things happen to that person, the path that this person had to travel has been very hard, and he needs help. I did love this idea that that character is doing wrong, but needs help, and no one should judge this character. And that's moments in which the kid wants to protect the parent figure, saying it wasn't always like this, and then you began to think and why it began to be like this, and it's very realistic why it began to be like this. As it's very realistic, all the portrayal of the alcoholism and how it affects the person who begins to lose touch with reality. Maybe they want to get better, but it's like alcohol is a refuge, and they run down the bottle, and you know what I mean. I did love to have this very honest portrayal of alcoholism. And we are going to have also portrayals of drug abuse, as I say, sexual assault, and I love the way in which Sabaa handled that, in which she explained it without being graphic, which is amazing, and the physical abuse and everything. It's there comes a moment in the book in which you begin connecting the dots, and it's like, wow. I mean, I did love this book. It's a very powerful one. It makes you think about racism, also about how there's characters who seem to be having their kicks, trying to put someone else's down just because they are not white, or because they are immigrants, or because they think that they are better than them because they are born in the place where the others are trying to make a living. I mean, I love this book. Yeah, really. I mean, I could be talking about it like, I don't know how long I have been talking about it already, but I could be talking about it forever. If you have like a Sabaa Tahir's previous books, the fantasy ones, you're going to love this one. I think this is my favorite book of hers as of yet, because it's powerful, it's honest, it's real, it destroys you, but in a good way, because it's something that grabs you and demands your attention, and you feel like you know these people, and you want sometimes to kick them, and sometimes to hug them, and you understand everything that they are going through, the way in which you can see inside their minds and understand everything, and the relationships and how everyone connects. And it's a tale about racism, about finding your home, finding your way, finding your family, finding yourself, standing up for yourself, protecting yourself. It's amazing. It's amazing. So yeah, I picked this one up because I can only say good things about it. One of the best books I have ever read, honestly. So thank you for watching. Bye.